Let's take you live back now to Gqeberha in the Eastern Cape, where Police Minister Senzo Mchunu is currently briefing members of the media.
53,525 suspects have been arrested through police high-density operations called Operation Shanela. It was quite a sweep in the last few weeks, 4 weeks to be specific, with all these criminals brought to account for their actions through Operation Shanela. We commend what SABC have done all over the Republic. These operations need to continue and they need to be intensified. In Gqeberha alone, we also had another operation via SABC, and that included even later last night. But these operations and what we got include 10,844 suspects that are wanted criminals. So we're not just arresting ordinary citizens for smaller things. What Operation Shanela does, it collects criminals that are really wanted by SABC. And they are wanted for serious and violent crimes, including murder, rape, kidnappings, and extortion, and related crime. So those who consistently ask us about the strategy to fight extortions and other related crimes, Operation Shanela is one pillar of that strategy, but also intelligence, because we also get led by intelligence, which we say we are building up, but it is working at a particular level. Now, more than 430 illegal and unlicensed firearms, which include handguns, rifles, and those of you who know about firearms, when we talk about a rifle, we talk about a huge firearm, and in some cases includes automated ones like AK-47. That is weapons that are used in wars. Now these criminals carry such weapons just for their criminalities. Now these 430, combination of all of them, were seized in that period of 4 months. The majority of these firearms were seized in the Eastern Cape, where we are, where we've been in the last 2 days, this is the third time we're here, in Mthatha and Gqeberha. The other time it will be Gqeberha and it will be Mthatha and Gqeberha. Today it was Gqeberha alone. We are going to go this route, and we know we are going to emerge successful because of the nature of work that we're doing. The interception of large consignments of drugs and arrest of drug traffickers by police does indicate to us that intelligence is on the ground, and our blue women and men are vigilant and are doing their best and are decisive about this criminality and are doing their best to help the country rid itself of such crimes. In 2 months, at the country's largest airport, OR Tambo International Airport, which is used as a gateway to Africa, police have arrested 10 drug traffickers and seized more than 13 million rand worth of drugs, which was mostly cocaine. Crime extortion remains a thorn in the flesh of our communities. We are aware of that, including where we are. We've just held or concluded about 4 meetings here in Gqeberha, starting from 10. This was one of them here in Tinagha. Another one was in Motherwell, which was led by Deputy Minister Matale. Another one was led by the Mayor. Another one was led by MSC Ngat. So in just these few hours, we've been able to interact with quite a large number of people in Gqeberha about our interactions and about our work to fight crime in this area. So this community did complain about extortionists and acts of extortion, and we assured one another that we are on them. We are confronting them, and we are still going to confront them, and we are going to tighten up via these joint operations and this cooperation. But we want to send a very strong message to communities that police are not izangoma abapule, awapula mapoise. They need active community members to report. We need them. We have a toll-free number. We've given them our numbers in the offices. We've said they must approach police. If they don't trust them, they use the toll-free. And the toll-free number doesn't reflect on those who run the toll-free. They just listen. You don't have to say who you are. You just talk. And if you like, you can also open an extortion case anywhere in the Republic. You don't have to report it here in Port Elizabeth. You can open a case somewhere in Johannesburg or anywhere where you are without reporting your name. So there are various ways through which, so this, we no longer accept this argument that we're afraid they will come back and kill us. There are ways in which you can report, but you remain safe and you are not known. Because all of us have to join hands actively with the communities. And unless communities take this challenge, we're going to be very slow. So let's work together actively and fight these criminals. Now, we therefore, as the Minister of Police, support these bold steps and decisive steps taken by SABC. And we commend them and we support them. And we want them to double their efforts. And we're talking growing determination that we're seeing all over on their side. Now, just this week, police arrested 6 of these extortionists in Gauteng. The 6 had just forcefully collected no less than 42,000 from shop owners somewhere in Soshanguve and Acacia in Tswana. They got arrested while, red-handed, and money was collected, which means that we are all over and we are working and we are on them. So we will do these operations, which is part of our strategy, but we also act on information that we get and arrest them, including while they still have cash in their hands. Now, 2 known extortionists were also shot and killed in Mthatha just about 4 days ago, which is about which is a long distance from here, and we're happy that the number of these extortionists, especially the known ones, is reducing. The number we're reducing in one way or the other. We're arresting them, and those who shoot or try their luck and shoot at police. Police have been given a go-ahead that they should defend themselves against such criminals, and they do defend themselves. Now, lastly, at least 20 extortionists have been shot and killed during confrontation with our men in blue and women in blue in the last month alone. It is important to note that our goal is to arrest and bring perpetrators of crime to various courts throughout the country. But as we say, criminals are warned not to shoot at police. They must surrender. But if they don't surrender, as per their choice, and further, if they choose to shoot at police, police will be left with no alternative. Now, this morning, we want to report that we got reports from the province and from police themselves about Lusikisiki. A very sad incident took place overnight there, where unknown people shot and killed 17 people in 2 separate houses. Now, Commissioner Masimula has acted, and quite quickly, sending teams of forensic investigators and other investigators on specialized basis. They've started doing the work there, and are hoping that we will find some clues in terms of who did these heinous crimes. We'll spare no moment to bring them to justice. At this stage, we just want to hold it at that. And to you, thank you very much.
Okay, thank you so much, Minister. Colleagues, we will take the opportunity for questions. 3 questions for now.
Minister Ntombi from SABC News. I just want to ask you, probably know the motive behind the killings that happened at SABC.
Pardon? Just raise your voice a bit.
Minister, I was asking, you probably know the motive behind the killings that happened at SABC.
No, we don't know the motive for the killing. It happened overnight. We haven't. We're following. We're just going to be following investigations by those who are involved, and will then ultimately get the clues.
And the number is still standing at 17?
Number of?
And the number of people that have passed on is still standing at 17?
The number of people. The number of people that perished is 17 at the moment. It stands there, and as you see, it's an intolerably huge number of people. That's why we're already referring to that as a mass killing, and which I have no doubt to call it senseless. And it's a serious incident, and those people can't escape justice.
Minister, Sipa came up from Newsroom Africa. I think this was part of my questions yesterday when we were talking about the rural areas of the Eastern Cape also needing focus, especially with maybe the agreement, because such criminals operate most especially undetected in the rurals, and some of them hide there. But besides that, you mentioned now even the guns and the weapons that you see, some of them automatic rifles. We see people, the criminals in the villages, like these mass shootings that we've seen over the years, rifles being used. Where are these rifles coming from? How do ordinary citizens get a hold of rifles? Have the police been following up on that?
Definitely. Police are not just following, because the public may hear us wrongly. There is a dedicated unit to start with that deals with illegal firearms, and they had to work 24/7. But generally, it is the work of police to seek information, follow on information on illegal firearms. But in almost all the incidents that I've spoken about, I know of no CIT incident where police chase and catch these people, only to find that these people who are involved are only carrying pens. They all, without any exception, carry firearms, heavy firearms. And incident after incident, when they perish, as has happened in the past, we get lots and lots of firearms, including AK-47s, including guns. And by the way, even incidents of extortionism or extortion incidents where people try to shoot at police, we pick up firearms, even handguns and all of that. So these are various methods through which we collect these firearms. But we know until at some point we will sit down and really get better information in terms of where do the majority of these illegal firearms come from. We do have information, but we have to prove and cross-check that, and go where these firearms come from and how they get here. But it's clear that the number of firearms out there, illegal firearms, is quite high and soaring.